Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Focus on South Texas. This morning, we are catching up with two organizations that connect youth to music this summer. Youth Orchestras of San Antonio gives children and teens a chance to perform classical, orchestral, and mariachi music on the big stage. And here to tell us more is music director Troy Peters and musicians Adian, Kellner, and Hazel Miller. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
for joining us.
Good morning.
Well, Troy, YOSA season is wrapping up in a few weeks, but there's a lot happening over the summer. So tell us about the symphony camp and how students can sign up.
Well, absolutely. One of the things that we really try to do is provide opportunities in the summer for kids who love music to keep playing and stay in touch with their instruments. And so we have 3 weeks of day camp that happen in San Antonio at Trinity Baptist Church, 2 weeks in June, 1 week in July. And there's a whole variety of different sessions. We have orchestra sessions for string players in middle school and high school. We have an orchestra camp for elementary school string players. We have a music camp for elementary kids who've never been to a music camp before, where you don't have to have any experience and you can come and learn how to play the ukulele and how to play some percussion instruments. We have a mariachi camp. We have a band camp for middle school and high school band musicians. We have a mariachi camp, I mentioned. We have a composition camp for people who want to write music. So there's all kinds of different opportunities. Some of them, again, are geared towards young musicians who've never played an instrument before. Most of them are for kids who are involved in school music. And so if you're in band or orchestra at school, or if you're in mariachi at school, then coming to one of our weekly day camps is a great way to stay in touch with your instrument and have fun with other musicians from around town. And all the details are on our website at yosa.org.
I love that. And I understand that auditions for the 2025-2026 concert season, that is coming up. So what experience is needed for those musicians who want to try out?
Well, YOSA has almost 600 young musicians. And so Hazel and Adian here are part of that group of hundreds of young musicians from all over the San Antonio area who play in orchestras, bands, flute choirs, mariachi groups. This is during the school year from September to May. And we select those young musicians through an audition every year in June. So right now we're putting out that call to say any young musician from age 8 all the way up through age 20, so elementary, middle school, high school, and college age musicians who play band or orchestra or mariachi instruments are welcome to come and play for us. And we do our best to find a place for every interested student. So last year we auditioned 620 musicians and we offered placement to 98% of those musicians. When we don't offer placement, it's usually because a musician is just a little too much of a beginner for us to find a way to make it work for them. But we do our best to make it work for everybody. And so if you go to our website at yosa.org, you can find all the details on how to audition. Now is the time to sign up. And then you have by doing that, you have a few weeks to practice and get ready so that when you come in June, you can show us what you got, and we will do our best to put you in a group that's a match for your ability levels.
I love that. And I know, as a former band student, I would always get so nervous for those auditions, but then once you're there and you're performing, you're fine. So it's just leading up, the anticipation, I guess. And speaking of musicians, Adian and Hazel, tell us, what instrument do you guys play?
So I play the clarinet.
And I play the oboe.
I love it. So both woodwind instruments, reed instruments. So tell us what your favorite part is about being in YOSA.
I would have to say we went to Germany this last summer, and my God, it was amazing there. Like, we got to perform in these, cathedrals that are, super old, and places where like famous people have been and played, and got these crowds that are, coming to watch these kids make beautiful music and stuff like that. And it's just amazing experience. And on top of that, the friends you make in YOSA is amazing. Being in every Sunday, being at rehearsal, like knowing that everybody around you is excited to play that music is a great feeling.
I love it. And Hazel, what has been your favorite part?
Well, for me, I really wish I went to Germany too. Like, that was such an amazing experience. Hopefully next year, next trip. Just saying. But for me, it's being able to play with like really talented musicians. Like, I remember last year I was in the YOSA Wind Ensemble, and this English horn player, he was in the Joseph Philharmonic. He came to like sub in for us, and oh my gosh, he looked at that music like twice, and he was playing so like amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. I want to be that kind of musician. So like being around like so many talented musicians, like even Aiden, like he's such a great clarinet player. He makes me want to learn clarinet sometimes. But it makes me want to improve and be better. And I can for sure say that my music skills have been like improving so much being in YOSA. Like I am the best me I could be, and I'm still getting better. Like it's just so amazing.
I love that. And if you guys could perform anywhere in the world, you know, where would it be and why?
For me, I'd have to say Carnegie Hall. I went to New York over spring break, and it's gorgeous there, and I don't know, that's where I'd have to play.
Honestly, I'm just saying, I would love to perform in like Japan. Like seeing the music, there's so many good like halls there, and just like such a beautiful place to play in. It'd be amazing.
And YOSA even went to Carnegie Hall back in, what was it,
2022. We
2022.
performed in Boston,
Performed.
Philadelphia, and New York. Yep.
It was great.
Yeah, so I got to put it back on the calendar. And the YOSA season finale, I understand, is on May the 11th. So, Troy, tell us about the Firebird dance with the Joseph Philharmonic, and what can the audience expect?
Well, one thing you're going to see is Aiden and Hazel, along with 96 other YOSA musicians on stage. This is the Joseph Philharmonic, our most advanced orchestra. These are the best high school and college age orchestra musicians in the area, and they light up the room like you would not believe. Firebird Dance is a program that's about dance music. We're playing Stravinsky's Firebird Suite, which a lot of people actually remember from the movie Fantasia 2000, where it was featured. It's this incredibly colorful and exciting music, and we're performing it with San Antonio Youth Ballet. So we're going to have dozens of dancers on stage in front of the orchestra. While we play the music, they're going to be dancing the ballet. The rest of this concert has amazing dance music by Gustav Holst, by this American composer Kenji Bunch, who's a dear friend of mine who wrote a tribute to Quincy Jones that has this sort of funk elements to it that the orchestra's playing a great job on. We have a student soloist, Helen Land, who's an incredible flutist. We have some of our youngest kids, YOSA Prelude Strings, who are the youngest YOSA musicians, are going to open the concert with just 6 or 8 minutes of music to get us warmed up. And so it'll give people a complete picture of the way that we change kids' lives through music. You can see from what Hazel and Aiden are talking about that they have this sense of belonging, and that they develop a larger sense of what's possible for them, of their own potential. That's what it's about.
I love it. Well, Troy, Aiden, Hazel, thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.